weasel gonna do with a mountain bike?
Yeah. All right, welcome back to another School Principal Reacts. I am taking a look at another episode of Ned's Declassified School Survival Guide today. This one is called Recycling. And in this random still frame, I see Loomer and his crew, and I guess that's some sort of bag for recycling. Some schools put a heavy emphasis on that. Some schools do not. Some areas have recycling programs and some don't. I'm wondering how this episode is going to approach this subject. Can't wait to see it. Just a reminder to subscribe to the channel if you enjoy these episodes week after week and have not subscribed. Take a brief moment and click the button below to become a subscriber. Let's go.
Brakes out on your bike again? I don't see it as a bike. I see it as a screaming metal death trap. Well, Betsy's still running strong.
And in larger, more urban areas, there are plenty of students that might ride their bicycle to school. It just sort of depends. A lot of schools that I've been in, that's really not possible just because of how the school is laid out. But especially in more urban settings or a neighborhood school kind of situation, you might have students that do ride their bike to school, and you might have a little rack like that where they can lock it up with a bike lock. Yeah, that is done depending on your school and depending on your area.
I need a new bike. We all do. But it's not like
They turn their bikes into a big trash heap. They just kind of disintegrated when they put them down. That's pretty funny.
someone's handing out free bikes around here.
Or are they?
Attention, students.
Okay, I
Attention,
get it.
students.
I get it. So they're going to be giving away a bike as part of some sort of recycling effort, and then they're all of a sudden going to be really into recycling. I get it. Let's see.
Today begins our recycling awareness program.
Okay.
And to kick things off, the student who collects the most recyclables by the end of the week will win this.
That looks pretty good.
Oh, yeah!
Recycling.
Here's a list of the items we want to collect and reuse, so you can all get started right away.
Yeah, looks like a pretty good little bike, and a lot of schools do offer incentives or little prizes for various things, almost anything. And yeah, recycling, that could be one of them. I've heard of like canned goods or Toys for Tots or other charitable campaigns where there might be some sort of prize, or like the class that raises the most or brings the most of whatever it is they're trying to collect. Yeah, I have seen that before, a bike. That is pretty cool. There are places that donate things as part of charitable efforts or something like this. You might have a local business that said, hey, we'll donate a bike to help you guys out. We can't help collect recyclables, but we can donate a bike, and that will help you to get the students to do that. So yeah, this is pretty realistic. Uh-oh.
Recycling isn't about winning an awesome, much-needed mountain bike. It's about helping the environment.
Okay.
I agree.
Totally. Who cares about
Do they
the
agree,
bike?
though?
Excuse me. Sure is an awful lot of newspapers for somebody who doesn't care about winning a mountain bike.
Said the cyborg whose arms were filled with plastic milk bottles.
I'm doing it for greener tomorrow.
Me too.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that, with wanting whatever incentive the school is offering. I mean, it is pretty effective for that reason. But yeah, most places I've been, if there's some sort of prize or incentive offer, that does tend to motivate people.
Please. We all want that mountain bike. Admit it. Us and every kid in the school.
Recycle!
Uh-oh. Yeah, this place is about to get real clean, real fast, which, you know, that's what they want, I suppose. Let's see. They're going to take all their recyclables.
This is going to be tougher than I thought. But that bike will be mine.
Recycling is smart. And it can even be fun. So here's some tips to get you started.
Okay.
Instead of throwing out that trash, use it to make fun arts and crafts. And use paper as much as possible. The backs of flyers and tests make great scratch pads.
Yep. Both good suggestions. I have seen those before, particularly with the paper. I haven't seen as many like trash art projects, but I have been in schools where they've had recycling programs, and they do kind of emphasize, hey, make sure you throw particularly cans, because you get those a lot. If your school has vending machines and stuff like that, you want them to recycle those cans, obviously. And yeah, with the paper, using the backs and stuff like that. Yeah, I've seen that before. I think we all have.
And if your school doesn't have a recycling program, talk to your principal about starting one.
Okay.
For you, me, everyone.
Yeah, and there's the weasel. Yeah, very valid. So not all schools have one, and that may be because it just doesn't exist and you can start one up. Or it may also be because, particularly in a rural area, you may not have a recycling center. So you've got to have somewhere that will accept those recyclables or will come collect it. So if you live far away from an urban center or a place that does that, then it's going to be really tough to do, but it's still worth a conversation.
Even a weasel.
What?
Hey, I was still drinking that.
Trying to save the world here. Winning that bike is in the bag.
Oh, it got stolen.
Somebody stole my bag of recyclables. Again.
That's why I tied my bottles together. They'll have to pry these recyclables from my cold, dead, environmentally friendly fingers.
Well, you're all wasting your time, because I'll be the one riding that bike home come Friday. I suppose you have some super secret source of recyclables that's just gonna fall from the sky.
Gordy? Yep. I'm going to go ahead and say this is potential firing. Number one, he just gave him a key. I don't know what he's going to say here, but just giving him these keys on its own is a potential firing. But let's see what he says here.
I'm not allowed to let students have access to the master.
Yeah, he knows.
I have no idea why I just said that. Carry on.
Yeah, and allowing him to take that and use it for his own personal benefit, that's a potential firing also. This is number two now.
Another big recycling tip is... God, it was right here.
Uh-oh, somebody recycled it?
These bags.
Recycle!
Oh, man.
God, it's gone.
You can't lose the guide. That's the premise of the whole show. That'd be pretty bad. It's a little nuts.
That's
Mr. Wright. I haven't seen him actually in several episodes. I don't remember the last one he was on, but it's been a while here.
incredible. It's pure. It's honest. It's fearless.
It's a pile of
Fearless.
A pile of bottles.
Oh, is this art?
A daring title that says,
Okay. So he's going to say it's art and like he can't recycle it because it's a work of art. That's a little ridiculous, but okay.
a deconstructionist thrill ride with a splash of dada.
A splash of Dada? What is that? He's just making stuff up here at this point.
You need to get out more.
You know, I have a friend who's an art dealer. How would you feel about me inviting him by to have a look at this?
What?
But I need this to win the bike.
Simon, if you sell this piece, you'll have enough money to buy
This piece is a bunch of milk jugs. That's it. That's all it is. Okay.
10 bicycles. If I were you, I'd think about making some more.
What? Making some more. What? A pile of bottles. Yeah, that's what it is. It's a pile of bottles or milk jugs or whatever. Okay.
I lost the guide.
And I am an artiste who turns junk into artistic masterpieces.
I lost the guide.
I heard you. But don't worry. We'll find the guy, because I put a GPS tracking device in it.
You put a
Really?
tracking device in the guide?
Sweeney.
Yep, I put them everywhere. They help me keep track of important stuff. Like Sweeney will be here in 3, 2, 1.
Gentlemen.
The insane recycle posse. They're recycle.
The insane recycle posse. It's funny. What in the world?
Are you guys stealing my stuff?
This stealing is an ugly word.
Yeah, they could have went to Mr. Sweeney and like, these guys are taking this way too far. They're stealing. I'm trying to get recyclables to recycle and they're just stealing it all. Can you please help me? And he should step in and do something about it, but they haven't done that. So they're just racking up all these recyclables.
We think of it as recycling, recycled, recyclables. Yeah, later.
I need more cans.
Teachers Lounge. I remember this from, I think it was the school websites episode where the Teachers Lounge, like they want to go in and there's all these lights and a smoke machine or a fog machine. And obviously it's not like that. It's just a room with a table and some chairs and maybe a fridge and vending machine. And the teachers just go in there to work or to grade papers or to do some other tasks. But let's see how she plans to deal with this theft of the recyclables. Let's see.
There must be a gazillion cans in there.
Probably.
Teacher, I can't just walk in.
Or she's going to pretend.
Or can I? I've got to stop talking to myself.
Does he have the guide?
Hey,
Yeah, and forgetting about the fact that he was upside down, he was sleeping, and that's another potential firing. I'm not sure what we're up to. Is this maybe number 3? I'm not sure, but I'm sure it's on the screen here. Let's keep going.
I don't know how Batman sleeps like that.
I lost the guide, and it's somewhere in here.
Let's start digging!
Okay.
What are you trying to say, this is peace? 9! Don't tell me. The milk bottles represent lost innocence. Yeah.
Why?
It's a pile of trash. But let's see what they say here.
I positively can fetch 10 for it. Hey, touching.
$10? I can make more than that on the return deposits alone.
$10,000. I have just a buyer. She's rich, and she likes floppy dogs. Yeah. I bring her Friday. Yes.
$10,000. Would you pay $10,000 for that? That's pretty funny. Yep, jackhammering in the custodian's closet. That's a potential firing. Also, Gordy hasn't been doing too good the last couple of episodes. Let's see what happens next, or if they're at least able to find the guide after all this. Let's see.
We've looked everywhere. The guide is not in here.
This thing is totally bogus.
Is it in there?
Or maybe...
Come on. And this is a small school. Like, there's only 6 or 7 teachers that I've seen. And she's going to walk in and no one's going to notice that she's a student. No, if they fall for this, then that's a huge problem. Music. What? You're going to get stolen again?
Wait, it's that way.
Yeah, the air duct did not look that big. That looks gigantic. I don't know too much about something like that, but it doesn't seem like it would actually be that big or that clean. But let's keep going.
Definitely.
I'll take them all.
What?
Will you take a check?
Attention students, this is the last day of recycling and the bike will be given out at 2:30.
I think it's wonderful when the youth of today loves to
Recycle!
Uh-oh. Okay, they're going to take it and ransack it, and then the deal's off the $10,000 purchase. What a bummer.
Please don't touch this.
They just run him over. Well, that's it.
Ow.
That's just silly.
Go, go.
What about this piece?
What?
I'll give you 10 for it.
$10. 10 cents.
Mr. Cook.
One bottle. Mmm.
0.
Oof. What is that?
Giant nest.
And there's the guy.
A nest.
Mr.
So
Loomer
gross.
and friends.
Yeah, it seems like they got way more than that. If you combine everything throughout the entire episode, I don't even know if it would fit in that bin, but let's see what they get. 17
17 pounds.
pounds. Okay, I'm
You
like
are
17
now
what?
in the lead for the bike.
You took the guide. I'm taking you out, Weasel.
Who cares?
Mm.
I found the guide.
Miss Mosley.
Okay, she might have more. $29.
29.
I'm guessing, I'm sort of predicting they're going to fall out of this vent and it's going to destroy the bike, maybe. I've seen them fall out of the ceiling or go through the wall or fall out of that air duct so many times throughout this series. But let's see what happens.
We have a winner.
Okay.
Unless there's anyone else who hasn't weighed in yet.
Ned.
Yeah.
Yep. Going to destroy the bike. Or the scale, maybe.
£60.
Really?
And the winner is.
Yeah, that disgusting pile of stuff looked very light and not nearly as heavy as what Moe's put in there. And somehow it weighs 60 pounds. I don't think so, but okay.
The Weasel.
The Weasel wins. Come on.
That figures. Well, this story's wrapping up
How's the Weasel going to ride that bike? I want to see that happen.
quite nicely.
The Weasel.
Come on! What's a weasel gonna do with a mountain bike?
Yeah. What? Okay. Well, that's the episode. This one was a little different and was filled with mostly just antics with people stealing all the recyclables and the stuff with the weasel. I don't see this a lot in all the schools I've served at. I haven't seen a lot of recycling programs, or if they have a recycle bin, it's not really emphasized like this, but I guess you could. A lot of schools that I've been in also are just too far away from recycling centers to have really a reliable recycling program. But Ned's right, you can always start one up. I'm going to leave the episode here. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're not a subscriber. And I'll see you next Tuesday for the next reaction video for Ned's Declassified School Survival Guide here on School Principal Reacts. Thanks for watching.